Happy New Year, dear brothers and sisters. Happy New Year, happy new month, happy new day, happy new everything, happy new life, happy new joy, happy new love, happy new relationship, everything new. I wish you all. And in a most special way, I wish and I pray for you for God's presence. I wish you God's presence, God's wisdom, God's insight, God's spirit, everything of God. I wish you that this year. In as much as we know that some things are part of life, no? We have gone through a lot this year that just passed, and this year, let's just be sure that we don't make the same mistakes we made the last year. And that is the reason of my topic this time around. I want to talk about a topic, a new method for a new growth. That is my topic, okay? But I want to let us know that in as much as we are making plans, projects and all that, we should know that challenges will come. Challenges are part of life. Suffering is part of life. When I mean suffering, as in each person has something he or she is going through. The hardship he or she is going through, even if it's not materially, health-wise, so many things in relationship, personal attitude that you don't like. There's something that makes you sometimes sad, families and all that. So it's part of life, okay? But don't give up. In as much we have new life, we have life, there is hope. And there is life, there is hope. So why I want to bring up this topic, this little reflection, is to encourage us that in this year, as we're making our projects, we know because we know that when it's new year, so many people have their project, their plans for the year, no? So just to encourage us not to give up, not to be discouraged, and say that all this while I'm making projects or plans, I've not realized it. Don't give up. Many people fail so many times. A Rome is not built in a day. So when you fall, you rise. When you fall, you dust yourself and rise. That is how we grow. That is how human being is. That is how life is. There is no one who could just get up now and say that he or she made it just in a night, overnight. It's not right. Something is wrong somewhere. Even those are just we just see today so rich like that without knowing their source of income and all that. Sometimes something has gone wrong and they have offered so many things to arrive there. So the world is not a bed of roses because even if a rose, before you plug a rose, there's always a pin. Okay, so we should know that nothing comes easily like that. They normally say that good things don't come easily. So if just dispose, just make your hearts, enlarge your heart this year to do something more, something better. You know, when you keep repeating the same mistake, when you keep doing the same thing, keep repeating the same mistake, that is why you don't progress in life. But when something happens to you, you sit down and you reflect. You take the right decisions. You ask the right people questions. You ask yourself, why is this thing happening? Why did I fail? How did I arrive to this place? What did I do? Why did I even do this? When we learn how to ask questions and reflect, you see there will be changes in our way, in whatever we're doing. When one fails in exam, the person will ask me, why did I fail? I did not read, or did I not pay attention to what was said? Then the person sits up, buckle up, then will do better next year. That is why I'm talking about a new method for a new growth. You must have made your project for those that made project or plans for the year. Or maybe the ones that the year that just passed, you've made your plans, but you didn't make it. Those that made it, that were able to meet up with their plans, we thank God with you and we pray the Lord continue to bless you. Those that didn't meet up with their plans, we have to sit back and reflect because when you think and rethink over things, give yourself time, be calm, then get in touch with yourself, in touch with your inner self. You get to realize what happened. You get to realize what you have to do. You get to realize how you have to go, where do you have to go, who do you might need to meet, which advice do you need to be able to meet up, to be able to move on. So you just look, now this is a new year. What are my plans? Or what was my plan last year? What was it unlike? Okay, I made this plan, but I didn't meet up. How do I do it this year? This year, what is my plan? Don't have it in your head. This is my plan. This is what I want to do. I want to build a house. I want to buy a car. I want to work harder. I want to help my family. I want to pay my school fees. I want to help my brother and my sister. I want to help my husband. I want to help my wife. I want to rebuild the relationship. I want to change my way of behaving. I want to show more love. I want to rebuild my relationship with God. Those things that each and every one of us will have a plan. We have things we have to amend. No one is perfect. It's unfortunate that when you hear some people talk about another person, sometimes it makes me to shed tears. It's as if themselves they're just perfect beings, as in without a spot. This French will call them saints sur terre, as in those that are holy without a spot. And that's why they have to destroy the other one with words. Okay, so if you those things, your attitude towards others, how will you do better? Your life with God, your relationship with God. How do I do better this time around? Now, in my financial, how do I make my financial breakthrough? How do I make efforts? Where do I need to move on? In a good way, not in a bad way. Once it's in a bad way, I am not in for it. I am talking to you for in a good way. Those who goes to other God multiply their sorrows. Now you have asked yourself, what is my plan? Okay. Now the second question is that why did I make this plan? Why do I even want to make this move? Why do I need to build this house? Why do I need to buy this car? Is it really necessary? Why do I need to rebuild this relationship? Why do I need to approach this? Why do I need to change this in my life? Hmm? Now, when you found out your why, you now ask yourself, how do I go about it? How do I do? What do I do to be able to get money for this building? To get money for this car? How do I do to get money to help my family? To wipe away the tears of my parents? To help my brothers and sisters happy? To make myself happy? To live better? What do I do to rebuild this relationship that I have crushed with my attitude? What do I do to be able to gain the confidence or the trust of this person that I lost? So they are all projects, they are all something to do to live a better life. Now, later when you finish, what are the necessary things? What are the necessary things? What are the things necessary I need to do? I need to buy, I need to get. When you sit down and ask yourself some questions, really, you see that your plans when your plans will be better. And even when you make that effort, you don't meet up immediately. You still try again because life is all about uh, French call it recommencer, recommencer encore. How I begin and begin again. Yes, life is all about beginning again. You have failed. Okay, this has passed. I have to begin again. I have to French. I have to je vais lancer encore. I have to take up another step. Hmm? Okay, you have to think, where did I make this mistake? Where did I go? Where did I go wrong? Where did I go wrong? Now, what do I have to do? Because when you keep making the same mistake, when you keep doing the same thing, you can never make a better step. Okay, now when you finish making your plan, put them into God's hand. Remember, the Bible says, we are not fighting against flesh and blood, but against the principalities and powers of darkness. That is, we should not be ignorant that they are powers of darkness. We should not be ignorant, not believe in them. We should not be ignorant that there are people there who are just so wicked in this life that the other one will not progress. What do? You now run to God. You soak yourself in God. Because when you don't belong to God, that means you belong somewhere. When you don't belong somewhere, somewhere belongs to you. When you're not strong in God, the wind will come and blow you off. That's why children of God are being used anyhow, being pushed around anyhow, because we have not discovered who we are. When you run into God and present Him this your project and let Him guide you, let Him direct your step, let Him provide what you need. Okay? Now you'll be able to meet people who could help you, putting them all in prayer that God could use them as an instrument. God knows how to use someone to accomplish your mission. God cannot jump from up to come down. He will use past human beings. Sometimes you're asking yourself, "But how did it go? How did it happen?" Okay, it's because you've committed into God's hand. But those who do not believe in God, make sure you think well of others. Don't you ever think bad of other people. Think well of me. If you don't believe in God, think well of me. Think well of what you do good for the betterment of human beings. Because we know that an intelligence without God does not, the end of it does not contribute to the betterment of man, in case you don't know. But when an intelligence is, there is God in an intelligence, there is God in what you are doing, the end of it will always profit human beings. Sometimes people say that Africans, they call God, why the Europeans, they are busy in science, discovering things, which is right. But most of their discoveries do not bring the human good. When human beings have been subtracted and replaced by things that are not human beings, that are made by man, human beings are no longer important. But those things they manufacture with their hands, they now take them in place of human being. What does this represent? So what I want to talk about is that when you put things into God's hand and let God direct you, see you do better. Now, sometimes our own problem is not others. We become the principalities and powers of darkness of ourselves. When you are the type that you must talk about others, this one said, this one did not say, there are people that are good in that. Even when you didn't say anything, no. Even when maybe you are just laughing or just says a little something, this person will transfer and transfer with a group. I don't know what they gain in gossiping. They will put things in your head that you've not even imagined. When you're somebody like this, people will avoid you. You have become a principality and powers of darkness against yourself. When you are the type that lies, someone cannot trust you. You become a principality and powers of darkness against yourself. When you are the type that is jealous of the other person, you're never happy about what the other person is doing. You have become a principality and powers of darkness against yourself. When you are the type that I don't even know that disrespects, because there are people they talk anyhow, as in you just imagine in your head, does this person have a little home training? Just talking about people anyhow, anywhere. This type of person has become a principality of darkness against him or her own very self. This will block our blessing, and tomorrow we'll accuse people. Why are you accusing people when you have been the one hindering yourself from progressing? So this is a new year of making things new, making a new step, thinking in a better way. How do I live a better life? How do I do for people to be happy with me? How do I live to be happy? Doing the right thing, the right thing, not doing the wrong thing. Make sure this say don't put your hand in evil. Things will be hard, as in life is sometimes hard. It's no change, it's part of life. Suffering is part of life, challenges is part of life. And with the experience of this past year, there is an evidence, or I say there is a, how is it called? We can think that things may be worse if we are not careful, if we don't think better of how to go. Things may be worse even this new year. But how do you make yourself a better one, so that when people are saying there is a casting down, you yourself, you say there is a lifting up, that is only with God. So make sure that your project this year have a new step. Think of where you have fallen and make a new step, so that you make a new growth. Stop making the same mistakes. Stop living the same way. Make a change. Put things, put all your salt, maggi inside what you are doing in a better way, so that the food, so that you be better. I'll stop here because I wish you people a happy year, and I'll keep praying for each person that listens to my voice, or each person that subscribes to my YouTube or Facebook account. I do pray for you all those that listen to me. I beg you, please pray for me. Let's spread the gospel. Let's encourage one another. because this journey we are not alone in it. I love you all. Have a nice day, beautiful year. One with God is majority. Bye.